Welcome back for another 5-minute movie recap. Today, I'm going to give you an overview of a 2018 American post-apocalyptic horror thriller film called Bird Box. The film is directed by Suzanne Bier and stars Sandra Bullock as Malorie Hayes. The story follows Malorie, as she fights to defend herself and two children from creatures that make anyone who stare at them go crazy and end their own lives. There will be spoilers ahead, so please proceed with caution. Okay, let's begin. Malorie Hayes tells two young, unidentified children that they would be rowing along a river in a rowboat in a post-apocalyptic world. She warns them that if they remove their blindfolds, they would perish. Jessica, Malorie's sister, pays a visit to a pregnant Malorie 5 years ago. Unprecedented mass suicides are rapidly spreading across Europe, according to a television investigation. Malorie watches a lady injuring herself while in the hospital for a regular exam before others panic and pandemonium ensues. Jessica sees the creature, which causes her to destroy her car recklessly before stepping in front of an oncoming truck and killing herself. A woman invites Malorie inside her home for protection while she flees on foot. After seeing the creature, the lady enters a trance and sits inside a flaming automobile, which explodes. Malorie is picked up off the street by a stranger, Tom, and they are welcomed inside the house, where around a dozen other people are seeking refuge. One is a grocery store employee who believes that demonic beings have invaded Earth and are driving humans mad. When they leave the house, they blindfold themselves and cover all the windows. The owner of the home agrees to check the security cameras to keep an eye on the creatures, but he kills himself while doing so. Olympia, a new pregnant survivor, arrives, and owing to dwindling food supplies, half of the gang heads to a local store. Malorie receives several pet birds and their belongings, and the presence of the beings leads the birds to go insane. A co-worker of Charlie's attacks the group, but Charlie sacrifices himself to save the others, who make it back to the house. Felix and Lucy eventually take the vehicle and drive away. Against Douglas's desires, Olympia invites Gary, a stranger, inside the house. Douglas is knocked unconscious and imprisoned in the garage after threatening Gary with a firearm. Gary works on several sketches of the entities and goes into a trance before exposing Douglas to the entities. He knocks out Tom while Olympia and Malorie go into labor at the same time. Gary then goes upstairs and uncovers all of the room's windows, putting everyone in danger. Olympia fails to turn away in time. As a result of seeing the light, she ends her life by jumping out the window. Gary overpowers Cheryl and forces her to look at the creatures, forcing her to stab herself in the neck with a pair of scissors. Malorie hides with both of the newborn infants beneath a blanket. Douglas uses a shotgun to try and stop Gary, but Gary manages to use a pair of scissors to kill Douglas. While Malorie looks after the babies, Tom regains consciousness just in time to overpower and put down Gary. After 5 years, Tom and Malorie have moved in with the children, who are referred to as boy and girl. They get a message from a survivor who tells them of a safe colony concealed in the woods. They are attacked by a group of the unblindfolded survivors as they leave their house, and Tom rushes to distract them so Malorie and the children may flee. Tom then exposes his eyes in order to see and kill the attackers, but he is subsequently afflicted by the entities. Malorie and the children travel along the river in a boat, blindfolded, carrying the birds as a warning against the entities. In the rapids, the boat flips, but they manage to find each other. When Malorie slips down a hill, the entities attempt to use Malorie's voice to persuade the youngsters to remove their blindfolds. Malorie regains consciousness and tells the kids where she may be found. They ultimately arrive at the village, which is a former blind school. Malorie ultimately releases the birds and names the children, Tom and Olympia, recognizing herself as their mother. If you like this movie, click the link in the description below to watch more movies like this. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Hit the like button and subscribe for more videos. Have a great day ahead.